What's good, crew? Back at it with SAT Hijackers, where we hijack the SAT one question at a time. We're running through geometry from practice test 6. Let's just get right into it. So here we have a transversal question that's pretty easy. You just have to know one simple concept. It says, in the figure, line M is parallel to line N, and line K intersects both lines. Which of the following statements is true? So you just have to know one simple concept for this problem, which is that vertical angles are congruent. So now I'm going to draw on the figure that was given us to signify where our vertical angles are. So we're gonna have X as our top angle, and here we have Y as our bottom angle. So we know that Y is equal to 145 degrees. So because these both are vertical angles, we can say X is equal to Y. And now Y is equal to 145, so we can replace Y with 145. So X is equal to 145 degrees, which makes our answer C. Pretty easy question that requires no math if you understand the concept. So here we have a problem concerning 3D shapes. It says a right circular cylinder has a base diameter of 22 centimeters and a height of 6 centimeters. What is the volume in cubic centimeters of the cylinder? So for this question, I'm gonna draw the cylinder and label it to help you guys visualize this problem. So here I'm gonna draw the base. The base diameter is 22 centimeters. 22 centimeters. And our height is 6 centimeters. So now it talks about volume. So now the formula for the volume of a right circular cylinder is V equals pi r squared height. V is equal to pi r squared height. And now we know our diameter is 22 centimeters. So our radius is half of our diameter. So we're going to write our equation as d over 2. And since we know d is equal to 22, we're going to say our radius is equal to 22 divided by 2. So our radius, 22 divided by 2 is 11. So our radius is 11. So we can say V is equal to pi 11 squared. 11 squared times our height. So we know that our height, we have our height over here, so we can say our height is 6 centimeters. So we're going to say V is equal to pi, and we're going to calculate 11 squared, which is 121. So we're going to say times 121 times our height, which is 6. And now once you multiply that out, we're going to have V equals 726 pi. 726 pi. So our answer is C. Pretty simple problem. You just have to know the volume of a right circular cylinder. So here we have another pretty simple question. The question states, in the triangle shown, what is the value of cosine x? So this is a trigonometry question. So I'm going to write out SOHCAHTOA. And now that I have SOHCAHTOA written out, I'm going to draw my abbreviation for SOHCAHTOA for cosine, which is cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So I'm going to draw an angle at my x to show you guys how to identify our adjacent, hypotenuse, and opposite sides. So we're going to draw an arrow that's directly a vertical from our x angle to show you guys the bottom leg is the opposite side, and then the leg that is touching the angle is our adjacent side, and the side that is completely perpendicular from the right angle is our hypotenuse. So now that we have all our information about adjacent, opposite, and hypotenuse, we can say that cosine x is equal to our adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 11 over 28. So cosine x is equal to 11 over 28, which makes that our answer. So here we have a 3D problem. It says A right triangular prism has a height of 9 inches. The length of the prism base is x inches, which is 7 inches more than the width of the prism's base. Which function v gives the volume of the prism in cubic inches in terms of length of the prism's base? So I have a diagram of our shape written on the left giving the information given in the text. So we're going to write our formula for the volume for a right rectangular prism, which is v is equal to length times width times height. Now we're going to write our givens out. L is equal to x. The length of the prism's base is equal to x. Our width, we do not know our width yet, so we're going to put a question mark. And our height is equal to 9 inches. So it says the length of the prism's base is x inches, which is 7 inches more than the width of the prism's base. So we know that L is equal to the width plus 7. So L is equal to W plus 7. And because we want to write the function in terms of the length of the prism's base, we're going to rewrite L as x. So we're going to have x is equal to W plus 7. And now we want to have W by itself. So we're going to subtract 7 from both sides. So our equation is now going to be W is equal to x minus 7. So now with all this information, we have our length, width, and height. Now we can substitute this into our original equation for volume. So now we're going to do V is equal to our length times our width times our height, which is x times our width, which is x minus 7. X minus 7. And then our height, which is 9 inches. Now, based on the commutative property of multiplication, we can rearrange this equation into a format that probably fits all the answer choices. We're going to have 9x times x minus 7. So that makes our answer D. Therefore, our answer is D.